Podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I am your host, Crimson Sin. Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Season 2, Episode 2 of Amphibia, Fort in the Road. Not really a fort in this episode, so it's like a factory, so I don't know, because fork in the road, I don't know. But it doesn't make any dang sense. But this episode gives us something it's intriguing because up to this point, everything's been fantasy. It's been very, there's not a lot of technology really, but we kind of run into like some like ancient technology or forgotten technology maybe, or the fact that maybe the valley that they were in season 1 is kind of like backwater. You know, maybe they're, like Amish or something where they don't have technology really, but it's pretty, I don't know where they're going with this. I wasn't expecting there to be something like this in the show, but if they cash in on it and they actually do something with it, then it'll be awesome. I trust that they will. Unlike other shows where they have ancient races of technology and they don't do anything with it, but hopefully they do it better here. We open up and they're on their journey now. So they're starting to leave Wartwood and they see all these signs, leaving the valley, beware, all that kind of stuff. Sprague is like super excited. So he's like, oh, I can't believe we're leaving the valley. It's the most exciting thing ever. I'm so excited. Anne, aren't you excited? And even Anne's like, oh yeah, I'm excited, but calm down. There's a lot riding on this, right? So I'm trying to just get my expectations, so I don't get freak out. I'm like, oh, Anne is being very mature, but then seconds later, it all goes away. Look, it's pretty cool. I like this. There's a lot of detail going on here. We get this volcano, which I'm sure they're going to end up at this volcano eventually. But so they're all crazy excited now. They can't wait to go this grand adventure. We're going to see a million things. Then, of course, Hop Pop is like, first we get the rules of the road trip. It's so funny because we don't really know Hop Pop's past, really. So has he ever been outside the valley? I'm assuming he has. I kind of want to know. I want to see young Hop Pop, like when he was like in his 20s or something. How cool would that be? But he goes through all these rules, and of course they're all hilariously silly and oddly specific, and that's what makes the show so funny is the humor, again, spot on and just absolutely hilarious.
Rule number 98, never strike a heroic pose on the flagon. It's a sign of hubris that invites disaster.
And all the faces everyone makes. I mean, just look at Hop Pop. So they keep going through different kinds of different rules. Oh, when this happens, don't do this. And if you see this, then don't do this. All of it's hilarious. Kids are bummed out because they're not able to see all this cool stuff. Like, oh, if they go by something that's awesome, oh, you don't worry, that's too dangerous. You don't want to do that. Oh, look at this place. It's like a restaurant, and they're saying it's the best. But oh, if they say it's the best, then it can't be. Oh, these rainbow falls. Look how cool this looks. Natural beauty will lead to an unnatural death. Oh, I love that. An unnatural death. That's just amazing.
Up. Road rule number 243, all natural phenomena lead to an unnatural death.
I love how the show talks about death and killing all the time, and it's just always funny, even though it shouldn't be funny. Then they see like this, I guess this would be like, it's like the Autobahn, I suppose. So like there's no speed limit, so everyone's like flying through there and going super fast, and all the kids want to do these things. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's a little dangerous. You guys are like in what would be like an RV, a mobile home. It's not really built for speed, and all your stuff everywhere. Like, why would they want to do this so dang bad? I think they just wanted to do anything, right? They drive by the restaurant. They're not doing that. I love, this is the kind of stuff that parents say, oh, I don't make the rules, I just follow them, stuff like that. But he literally made the rules. He wrote the whole book. And and I'm sticking to it. Dude, you just contradicted yourself, but it doesn't matter.
Hey, I just enforce the rules. I don't make them.
You did make them. They're called Hop Pop's Road Rules.
Darn straight, and I stand by them.
So they're just all bummed out. They're not going to be able to do anything. I love the fact that he like points stuff out to them. Why say anything? Oh, the Forbidden Ruins. Why even bring it up? Just let them not notice it. But we see like these but it looks like these frog buildings look pretty cool. There's so much here that I appreciate, that there's a world building here and there's history to this world. It's really cool. So they're like, oh man, we got to go to this thing. It's like the coolest thing ever. Look at that. Look how sad Sprig looks. It's hilarious. Anne actually comes up with a really good plan to be bad, but it's a really good plan because Hop Pop has to respect it. She's like, oh man, I'm not feeling good. I've never been on a road trip this long. I might throw up. Can we stop for a while? And then Hop Pop has to like, Anne, what could you? Okay, let me know when we can start going again. Like, okay, but that's part A of the plan. Part B is just the runoff.
Go,
Hey,
go.
get back here, you two!
This was your plan?
I love how well thought out the first part was. The second part is, we'll just take off. So they just run away, and Hop Pop's like, you freaking idiots. Polly stays behind, and they're like, oh, we're gonna go take a cool selfie. I just love the faces. The faces and the expressions are so funny. I mean, look at this. They go to take a selfie, and the thing just opens up, and they end up falling into this ancient cavern-looking thing. But we see stuff. We see like machinery. This really reminded me of the dwarven technology in the Elder Scrolls games. You go into like a dwarven old tomb and they have those spider bots and everything's kind of steampunky, a little industrial looking, but also a little futuristic. It has that look. Pretty cool. Lots of details. So I'm like, oh, so this must have been someplace. I honestly thought it was like a forge, like a weapon forge or something, because it looks like a place where they built stuff. So Sprig he can't get enough of it. He's jumping around. He's climbing on things. He's I gotta touch everything. Then Hop Pop's like, you freaking kids, you know how many rules you broke? You broke like 85 different rules. Sprig's like, oh yeah. He knows how dangerous this stuff can be because he did this before with like messing with levers and stuff, and he almost got himself killed. But they see another lever and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna touch it. And what was it? Never ever touch a lever. And he's like, oh, look at this. And he does it. And he pulls it. And then they all get scared because bad stuff always happens. Nothing happens for a couple seconds and then things power up. This thing in the middle, which I thought was like the forge, it opens up and it's a computer screen. I'm like, whoa, full stop. A speaking computer? This isn't just like regular technology from like, this is like futuristic stuff, like modern manufacturing. What's going on here? What happened to this? To Wartwood, or at least in the valley, that knocked their technology so far back. They don't even have histories of this stuff because in previous episodes, of course, they didn't really go into like, oh, look, the whole history of the valley. Everything seemed very, medieval, very fantasy. And this is a very not fantasy thing. It starts talking and it's talking about building things and manufacturing stuff. And it starts to build things. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, this thing is either, because it showed like a schematic. So it's like making armor, or like robotic soldiers. Like, that's freaking cool. How does this all play into this whole fantasy world? This got to lead up to something. What if the toads found this? Man, they would just crush everyone in the valley. But who's to say if this technology is old? What if the newts have like way future technology? See, this is just crazy. I want to know where all this is going to go. But they're all like mesmerized by the hands, looking around like, whoa, wow, geez. But it gets it's out of raw materials. It's like, oh, insert materials on the pad, and of course, Hop Pop standing on it. It like pulls him in. Like, oh my goodness, it's going to kill him. I honestly didn't know what exactly this thing was going to do. I was going to like use his body parts, but like, wouldn't it not recognize that this is unusable materials? Like, it's not like iron ore or anything like that. It's like flesh and bone. So I don't know what this thing's going to do. Like, he's tied to the conveyor belt. And you see these lasers. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is going to cut him in half. Like, it's just scanning him. And it just cut off his clothes. But of course, it keeps his underwear on, thank God. And it's like, oh my goodness, you got to save me. Anne's like, okay, Sprig, work on that computer thing. I'm going to go get Hop Pop out. She just crashes the window where the conveyor belt is. And she jumps in there. And of course, this thing's like going through its like delousing and cleaning process. And now Hop Pop's like, oh, this is pretty nice. Take your time. Like, this thing's going to kill you, bro. Sprig gets up to the machine, and then it's like, oh, it's like, what do I do? I have literally no idea what the hell I'm doing. He just starts like smashing all the buttons. I love the gag because he's thinking, okay, what do I do? He just goes nuts.
Piece of cake.
Security violation detected.
Thing starts to have an error, and it's like a security protocol. So it has like a buzzsaw that's going to come out and like chop him up. I like the fact that Sprig's like, oh, maybe if I look in the book. No. This is not going to help you. Nothing in the book's going to help you. Hop Pop's still being pulled around. He gets tied to the actual conveyor belt, like laying down. And then there's that press. earlier in the thing is showing it was turning some of the materials into like parts of armor. I don't want to know what would have happened to his body if this would have happened. It would have like ripped him apart. Oh, jeez. Anne's running through there. Pretty slick animation. It's a lot of fun because everything Hop Hop went through was a little slow, and then Anne just like runs through all of it. She's trying to stop this machine. She's like, come on, Sprig, gotta stop this thing. And he's like, I don't know. So it's going through all the book, and then we see that the thing's asking for like schematics. It's asking for a disc. So like a compact disc, like that's crazy. Like, so they have like similar technologies, and then we get this like frog print. So frogs used this technology, but how could something so advanced be lost unless there was like a cataclysm where like a lot of the people died? Maybe the technology got so advanced and they did like almost like a nuclear war or something. But there's something deeper here. And I just absolutely love this gag because, of course, Sprig has no idea what a disc is.
Man, what the heck is a disc?
I don't know. I'm from another dimension, not the 90s.
Stop! Will you shut up?
Insert.
And then like Anne's response, Anne, you're making me feel old. I don't even know what it is. He's like, fine, whatever. He just jams the book in there. I thought, oh, okay, it's going to read the rules and it's going to like stop the machine. But instead, the machine just has a freak out. Like, it's like, what the heck? So you get a bunch of like pop-ups, and then the whole machine just, it releases Hop Hop, but it starts to break everything down. So his rules cause the machine to like kill itself. Like, okay, or self-destruct in some way. They run out of there, and like, whoo, we escaped that. And then, of course, another rule.
Road rule number 2. Don't celebrate till you're completely out of danger.
Come on, Hop Hop. The danger's clearly over.
I knew it was going to explode. I knew it. When I saw it, I still laughed because it's one of those kind of quick, super like, I just absolutely love it. The humor is spot on. Like, see, you kids are always causing trouble. You should be more like Polly. She listens to me. And like they look for Polly, she's gone. Then she's like riding around like joyriding. Is this a 3D model? It kind of is. It looks good. Like usually when you see a 3D model in a traditionally drawn show, it really sticks out. This one, it kind of blends in really well. It's unlike certain spaceship in another show that literally doesn't look like it belongs. But they did a really good job here. Even fire tracks, like how's it even possible? I love the look Hop Hop gives her, like, She's like, fine, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break the rules. And they all kind of like, apologize. But then they kind of try to make him feel bad. Guess we won't experience anything. And Hop Hop, again, they come to a compromise. He's like, okay, I just wanted you guys to be safe. This is our first trip out of the valley. I think he means as a family. I think Hop Hop knows so much more than he's letting on. I just wanted to make sure everything was smooth. He's like, okay, so we'll stop at some places. We'll make it more fun for you. And of course, they want to do the adventurous stuff. He's like, no. They went back to that restaurant. They got like some ice cream. And I like the fact that Anne's like, normally I would pick out these bug pieces, but I've been here so long, I don't care. She just eats it anyways. They continue on to the journey, and like they're like, well, I wonder what happened with that factory. What was it all about? And then we see, I guess it actually made one of those robots. Is it going to come after them? Is it coded to defend, since it knows they destroyed the factory, that it's going to go after them? Like it's like a defense bot or something? I don't know. I'm hoping it's like a mecha suit or something and they can get inside of it. How cool would that be? But yeah, what a cool, fun episode. I mean, the ramifications are humongous, because if this is technology, what other technologies are there? Did they, who knows? But no. Well, side note, this is not really part of the story. It's just, I love this kind of stuff. I love the ending of the first season. It was just Sprig and Anne like reading books, and under the moonlight, and they slowly but surely get tired and they kind of fall asleep. I love them. The music is so good, and it's so calming. And they even when it was wintertime, there was actually snowing in the scene. Then we get another absolutely gorgeous credit sequence. They're just going on. It's nighttime. Sprig's looking at the stars, and this I probably have said this a million times. This show has no right looking this good, but I am so thankful that they do, because it's just beautiful to look at. You can pause and just look at all the details and the fireflies and the stars and on the moon, and it's just great. I absolutely love it. What do you guys think about the technology? Is that something you wanted to see in the show? Did you want it to be straight fantasy? I don't know. Depending on where they take this, it could be pretty cool as long as they weave it into what happened with this technology. But 2 episodes in, and just as good as it's ever been. Can't wait to see more.
I take it back! I was a fool!
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15 Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.